All right, in 3, 2, 1.
Run! Go! This is the podcast!
Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a podcast?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and podcast. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Hey everyone, welcome to Get to the Podcast. Let's get to the podcast with the number 2. My name is Tiago de Souza.
My name is Nick Gambino.
This is Neil Carson.
Malfunction.
That's terrible.
That was horrible.
We should have done that for the other one.
We should have. That would have made more sense. Well, I'll flip them.
We'll flip them.
Oh, really?
I'll cut this and I'll put it in the beginning of the other one.
All right, there you go. All right, so
No, because I started off with
I'm gonna start off, but I'm gonna just do a lot of
this is the
spoilers
PG
right
one.
now.
There's
I'm
no
gonna do a lot of
cursing in this
spoilers.
episode.
We're talking about Marvels, but I'm gonna do a lot of spoilers on the Endgame right now. I'm sorry, people, but I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
You ready?
Spoiler.
Here we
Oh,
go.
yeah, now people
let me
just
tell-
shut
let
off
me
if they
tell-
haven't seen it.
Let me tell you what's gonna happen in Endgame. I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot.
He's speaking in code.
I am Groot. I am Groot.
Oh.
I am Groot.
You really think that's going to happen?
I am Groot.
Holy shit. Yo, if that happens.
I hope that happens.
Dude.
Groot.
Yeah.
Dude,
Sorry,
I mean,
you've heard it
if
here.
that happens, I mean, if they do that, if they decide to go that route, then this might be
You've heard it
the
here.
Godfather of
Yeah.
superhero films.
This
Sorry,
is
you've
it
heard
is
it
called
here.
End Game, so it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's I am Groot.
it's
Dude,
it's
crazy.
Like
It's,
the
yeah,
end.
I don't
Done.
think people are going to appreciate that spoiler, but thank you though. I know
Yeah.
you got inside information,
Yeah.
right? You have a friend who worked
I
on the
am
production.
a hero.
Classic.
Like I got my
Classic
special
Groot.
powers.
And
Classic
scene.
Groot. Yeah.
Done.
So that was a little anybody who understands I am Groot can mean fucking anything because
Vin
apparently it's
Diesel
a goddamn entire
weaseling
language.
his way.
They gave
into
him like
the Marvel
$25 million
universe.
to say I am Groot in 4 different octaves.
Oh, and you see him in interviews. He's like, "Oh, the philosophy behind every Groot that I say, like I really mean, if you like really pick up like what I'm saying." And I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now? You in the studio for 10 minutes said I am Groot 100 different ways, and that was it. And you walked."
But
out.
here's the
That's
thing, though.
$25
They
million.
really actors really do that. They
No, I
really
know,
find
I
it.
know.
It's
I
so
know.
It's
He's like-
important.
him.
For
I
him,
would
he's, like,
believe
really into it.
But if like
The
some-
best performances do find truth, and we can
Yeah,
knock the
exactly.
process,
Within
but it
lines.
actually is a real thing, and it's the difference between good actors and shitty
Yeah.
actors. Also, he didn't make $25 million, but still, he made probably some good money.
I am Groot.
But that's Iron Giant, man. That's Iron
know,
Giant,
yeah.
and he does a great job.
One of
doing
my
that.
favorite animations
Superman.
ever.
Great,
Beautiful.
great movie. But okay, let's talk. So, Avengers
talk.
Endgame just came out, right?
Yes.
By this point, I've seen it. Diego, have you seen it?
No.
Okay, Neil, have you seen it?
I will never see it.
What? Shut up.
I'm probably gonna drag you to see it.
I'm gonna
with me.
wait till it comes out on VHS and then I'll watch it. On the worst quality
VHS?
ever.
I'm gonna
You
wait
know
till.
what? Actually, I just had a great idea. We should start a company where we take like modern films, transfer them to VHS tapes, and create fake boxes and all that, and then sell it to people who want just that experience of watching modern films on shitty VHS.
It's a great idea. Somebody already just ran with that idea.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
I
also
just said
called
that out
fucking
loud.
pirating. If you want
Yeah.
shitty quality,
No, I
just
mean,
pirate.
like not like like a cam, videoing
Yeah,
it with
yeah.
the camera, like
No, but
actually recording it onto the VHS.
Right.
He
But
wants
if
that-
people
he
want
wants that
shittier
vinyl feel.
quality,
Yeah, dude, that would probably
Yeah.
be. I would actually buy
that's actually kind of cool.
like modern films
On VHS.
This-
on
some
VHS
guy-
just to like for the weird nostalgia of
Yeah,
it.
there is this guy who's
That's
selling.
I mean, vinyls are like
Yeah.
fucking killing it.
Like like vinyl people claim is better than digital because it's
So what if you
analog
create
versus digital,
a
but-
VHS that's not done by tape? It's digital, but you have the box which looks
No,
like
you
a
gotta have
VHS.
this shitty like blur and the little wiggly squiggly.
Yeah, and you have to have a tracking
No,
feature.
you have
Yeah,
that
track.
all programmed in.
Like you gotta
Yeah.
you gotta like rotate the knob so it like
and
gets
not a
rid of
digital,
the
not a,
distortion.
you don't want a digital,
It's a magnetic
you don't want digital
reel.
fuzz and stuff like that. You don't want to do like what they did in Blind Fury, which looked
don't
good,
have
but
to
you
do
want-
any of that.
That's what I'm saying. You would actually have
Yeah.
the real tape creating the distortion and shit like
Yeah.
that. That would be kind of cool.
Except that
What?
that would not be cost effective.
Yeah, I mean the thing
Well,
is digital.
You would get sued immediately unless
Immediately.
you were like on like
There's some guy selling
dark web.
selling his DVD and VHS collection for $2 million. Apparently, it's a huge collection, and he's like, you can open your own video store with this collection. It's like
Yeah.
$2 million includes a lot of his VHSs. But then he did the math, and it's like he's selling these
million
items for like
is-
$50 each movie for like the size of his collection. I'm like, Motherfucker.
Probably not.
No VHS costs $50 fucking
A
dollars.
lot of
Worth
VHS movies though.
I can go to a foreign country, go to
there's old Disney movies now. If you have like Beauty and the Beast on VHS in mint condition, you could flip it for like $1,000 on eBay.
That's different though than like what.
Yeah,
we're
but
talking
like
about.
that one
Yeah.
movie alone.
Disney
could
films?
account-
How much am I
if you
gonna
have a
get?
bunch of
How much
those-
am I gonna get
Not-
my Rad VHS for?
I know. What if he has a Rad in mint condition, unopened? Like
You
that
think
shit
I
would be
have
going-
any VHS in mint condition? I watched the shit out of every movie.
No,
I ever
I'm just
had.
saying. What if he does?
Oh, I get
like,
it.
what if he was just a weird collector who like watched it once in theaters, bought the VHS, and never opened it? Like that could be worth millions of dollars.
I see that.
Yeah.
Definitely not Rad,
But
I
if
love
he's
it.
That's the whole
watched them
thing
hundreds
where-
of times, it's like dog.
Did you see that whole thing on eBay and certain vendors where if you had this original Disney classic film and it had the black diamond, it was called.
Oh yeah,
it was
I
like
did see
$2,000.
that.
Yeah.
I looked at my shit. I was like, oh, I have the Fox and the Hound.
We used to own tons of those. I don't know what happened to our
Yeah.
collection.
And
We used
people
to have,
were
like,
buying it.
200 VHS, all those Disney movies.
And then-
they all got thrown away or something.
Yeah, I tried to put it on. I was like, I don't care. I'll put my Fox and the Hound on eBay for $2,000. I put it on there, but then people were finding out that was all bullshit. I was like, damn it!
What are we talking about, guys? This is not fucking.
Talking about
This
Disney?
is so much more interesting.
You are
this
such-
is so much more.
you
interesting. I did it.
You did
I
this.
didn't even realize I was doing it. I just wanted to deflect from Endgame. that I just
We're talking about
derailed
Disney, which goes back
into
to
VHS.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. By the time this podcast drops, it's a Tuesday now.
Have you gotten your ticket?
No, I don't do that shit. I never have a problem.
Yeah,
getting
you're
the
never
goddamn
gonna have a
They
problem.
said it's
That's all
sold out.
hype, dude. That's
said-
it's
Dude?
PR hype.
Is it?
That is
I've
total
never.
bullshit.
I've watched them at opening weekend every Marvel movie. I've never bought my tickets in advance like that.
You know-
I've maybe bought a day or two in advance at the most.
If you did an investigation
You
and
fi- you
found
find
out
a
these
place.
guys who are like buying the tickets for $2,000, they're like they work for
Yeah.
fucking Disney.
Now, if you're gonna
they're
go-
like
That's
employees
hilarious.
who are paid to do bullshit
if-
like that for PR.
It's smart, but if you're gonna go to like,
smart.
if you're gonna
Super
go to like
smart, yeah.
42nd Street and go to the AMC and 42nd Street in New York or whatever, like yeah, those are gonna be sold out. But there's a million goddamn theaters. You'll find a goddamn space. I'll go out to bumfuck and just watch
I'll
it
just
there.
wait like a few weeks after it's out and then see it.
People will know. You're gonna come with me and you're gonna watch it.
I
You
did
already
have
by the time
things
this podcast
spoiled
drops.
for Infinity War though.
I'm not gonna be able to get this guy, so I,
I
can't
had-
even get him to
I
see
had-
movies he wants to see.
Yep.
Yeah. There were things spoiled. It like literally headlines were just spoilers. Like
I know,
a
there
week
were.
after Infinity War. It's like everybody's
But no,
like
but
the
see-
internet's like no spoilers,
here's the cool
and then
thing.
like New York Times is like here's everyone who's dead,
Yeah.
and I'm like what the fuck?
Yeah.
New
But
York
see, that's
Times,
you.
piece of
I
shit.
stayed out of it for a whole. Remember, I stayed out of it for a whole week, and
Yeah.
I did not spoil the movie at all because I watched the weekend.
Dude, all I
after.
did was flip through like a news feed. And
I don't know
like,
how you
The
did
day you were going to
but-
see it, actually, I remember you telling me
Yeah.
that you
Yeah,
were
I was
like,
like, this is
you're
fucking
like, I already
bullshit.
know kind of that some people.
'Cause I
die.
remember-
I wish there was like misinformation, so you didn't know it was true or false. I
That'd
mean, I'm
be
sure
good,
there
yeah.
is, but
Because I went to watch it a week after it came out.
yeah.
And I literally stayed off social and certain anything that had tagline having to do with Marvel Universe, and I wasn't spoiled at all.
Right.
Because I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I stay away. It's easy to stay away from that stuff, but I know what you mean. You were flipping through, you just happened to see a headline.
Yeah, like like the Google News app. or
Yeah, like
whatever,
not like you were like
Flipboard or
trying like
something.
in a specific thread or anything like that.
Yeah.
The thing is like because I've looked at articles before, it like aggregates that type of content. So I don't know why it didn't occur. Whatever, I didn't even care. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's not like certain movies where
I
you
wasn't
would give
upset.
a shit more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now okay, here's the thing. Now let's put our retro predictions on this movie. Okay, let's say now people who listen to this will know whether or not any of our shit came true. Right? Any things we're gonna say, are they accurate? They'll know. We don't know because as of right now, it's a few days before it's released. So,
Yes.
I literally have no anticipation.
Well,
like where so
what do you think's gonna happen? How would they story-wise? You don't know the comic books. We're not gonna talk about comic books or
Well-
whatever else. But how do you think?
here
I have
They
a
should
prediction that
result.
people are saying
here's
I'm
the
wrong.
base. Here's the bottom, the fact.
Yeah.
A man got
A
made
woman.
a glove. A man, Thanos,
An apple tree.
Thanos made a glove and put some rocks in it, snapped his fingers, and with his thought mind, his thought head process, made half of the known universe
An unknown probably.
Population.
an unknown population, living creatures vanish. So if that could happen in the world, in the Marvel universe, if that's even a physical possibility, which we know it is because it happened, why the hell couldn't you just unsnap?
Right.
Oh snap! That's
So
crazy.
it's just a silly concept. The idea like, oh, how are they going to unsnap or how are they going to? you know, how are they gonna bring him back? They're
See, if
dead.
they
And I'm
get the
like,
gauntlet-
he literally snapped his fingers and beings that nobody even knew existed vanished. Like, it's just a silly concept in itself. But
Wow.
I said this before. I said this
Wow.
after Infinity War. Didn't I tell you this?
Wow.
I thought the whole concept was silly, that you could snap your finger. I'm like, it just takes like, it becomes fantasy now.
But how?
No,
but,
they don't explain
No.
anything.
But it is
because they
is
made
fantasy.
it simple, but everything that led up to it wasn't simple to get
Yeah.
to that point, and that was the story. It's like not the arrival; it's the journey towards that destination.
But
right?
I
It's not
feel
about
like
destination.
the Marvel universe has tried really hard to like scientifically explain how
Not
things.
really.
Yeah,
Somewhat, but like half
like
of
the
it's
Hulk,
not.
like all the
Doctor
you know,
Strange is magic. Scarlet Witch
Is
is
he
magic.
magic?
Yeah, both. I mean, he had a study to learn those techniques, but that's magic. Scarlet Witch is magic. Vision is guys.
Robotic.
He's
like an AI.
but he's an AI that
It's
has
powered
become, but he's
by-
powered by an Infinity Stone. And then you got like the Black Panthers. That's science.
I guess, yeah.
By Wakanda. But
I don't
that's from
know.
a
Maybe
certain-
the characters that I always like, they like, you know, Peter
Iron
Parker.
Man is science.
Peter Parker's like bit by like a genetically modified spot, like things
Yeah,
like that,
right.
where I'm like, oh, it's
Spider-Man
grounded. I like
and
that
Iron
could
Man.
happen.
And Iron
maybe.
Man, yeah. And Captain
Yeah,
America is
even
a
the Hulk. Even the Hulk, the dude's getting bombarded with gamma rays and shit, and his like DNA's been modified. Like, I'm like, okay, maybe this could happen. Maybe this is plausible. Then all of a sudden, some fucking stones fall out of the sky, and they're magic stones.
Thor is a god.
What is this, Willow?
Thor
Or
is
fucking- what the
Thor
fuck?
is like a Norse god.
Is this Temple of Doom now? We have like 3
You
magic
like Temple of
stones.
Doom.
I love Temple of Doom.
Okay.
I'm not going to
Also, Thor is a god. They mix all mythologies
Thor is
into
like
one.
an alien who lives on like
No.
in an
No,
yeah.
he's Asgard. He's considered a god. Asgard, like he's a god.
Yeah, come on, dude. Come on.
He's a god of
Literally
thunder or lightning, I mean.
the sister, what was it in the second one? Third one? Second one?
third
Which one was
Kate
Ragnarok?
Blanchett? Third.
Third.
Ragnarok.
Kate
Third
Blanchett,
one,
yeah. She shows up and then like, you know, just like starts killing everybody. You can't kill gods like that. Come on, it's bullshit.
Gods
So they're
can-
not gods, they're just
gods and
aliens with
gods.
like ability.
No, they're gods fighting gods, and gods can spill other gods' bloods. But here's the thing: the Marvel universe.
They're gods by human
Let me tell you
standards.
something. Let me
They're
just
just
say something.
aliens that are like Superman. Superman's not a god. He's an alien who lived with a sun that was 100 times bigger than our sun. So his body,
He's
his-
Jesus. We
his-
know this. He's a
his,
Jesus.
His human body developed in a certain way that his bone structure was more
Yeah.
dense. Like that's literally what Thor is.
Exactly.
Thor has a denser bone structure
So,
than we do.
Marvel Universe is the only real universe that
Yeah.
exists where they're bringing all the mythologies from thousands of years together in one place, right? You have gods, you have magic, you have science, you have superhumans, you have, you know what I mean? You have
Yeah,
all that
no.
stuff. Like Hawkeye, he's just really fucking it up. He's just a really skilled human. So is Black Widow. Neither of those two actually have powers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they're really skilled at what they do. So they take
Black Widow has some
everything-
power. You know what power I'm talking about.
So
Yeah, you know.
they have all this stuff. I
Black
don't know what he's
Widow.
talking about. So they have all this
Yeah, you
stuff.
do.
making
You
me
know.
uncomfortable.
So they have all that.
Wait,
so
you
they
don't
have all
know?
that- So they have. So
What's
so-
her
so-
power?
so they have
You don't know her power?
What's her
What?
power?
Black Widow?
What's her power?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is
come
her
on.
power?
I
on.
feel like there's gonna be some
You
sexist
see her
things.
walking
This is
around?
gonna be some Nazi thing. Listen.
No, Nazi. She's
Give me your
good-looking
children, and
power.
I'll give you the world.
She has good.
Did he say that in one podcast?
I did.
Are we objectifying Black Widow now?
I did,
Is
and you
that where
researched
this
that,
is
and you
gonna
understood
become?
what I was
I thi-
talking about.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
talking about she's.
So don't try to pull back the bullshit.
Don't say it.
Don't try to pull
I
back
don't
the
want
bullshit.
anything to
Don't
come
say
back
it.
on
Don't
me
try to
for
pull back
this.
the bullshit.
She's a very pretty woman.
She is
but
a-
she's also
yeah.
very. What I like about her character is
She's
they
an-
didn't just.
What about the Olsen
do
girl,
that.
the witch?
Scarlet Witch. That's what I'm saying. She's magic.
She's very attractive.
They're
Yeah,
all
they-
very
yeah.
attractive, but what I like is that they don't
Sexualize the
Yeah,
characters.
they
Yeah,
literally.
no,
she's a
100%.
badass who
She's a
kicks
badass,
everybody's
yeah.
ass. Even in Avengers, when she tricks what's his face, Loki. Remember, she does that whole thing like she's a damsel, like or not the damsel in distress, but she's like doing the crying thing, and she's all emotional, and she's playing up that trope of being a woman.
Russians.
But remember, she does
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
and she gets him to
Fall
leak
into it.
information, and she'll. Good, that's all I needed. And she walks off and just like clicks to immediately. Like I like that she was that double agent kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And they're
That's
doing,
her
they're doing, yeah,
superpower.
they're both getting. She's getting her own movie, and Scarlet Witch is getting her own show on Disney Plus. So, but this is the only universe where they bring in all of these mythologies for
Yeah.
thousands of years into one place, and I like that. It's not just one thing. It's not just it's all gods. It's not just all they're superheroes. Oh, it's all magic. Oh, it's all science. It's everything. All put in one big pot. You know, there's some Star Wars elements with like Guardians of the Galaxy. There's aliens. There's all types of shit. Everything is in this one place.
Yeah.
It's like Ready Player One. You know what I mean? Like everything's just being brought into one universe. It's the Oasis.
Still, I don't know how
know?
they made that film.
What's that?
You what?
You don't know how what?
You
Ready
don't know how
Player
you
One.
Feel
Like,
about
he's-
it?
Like Steven Spielberg got everybody in that film.
That's a great
It's just
movie, yeah.
Crazy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
listened to
That has something that's never been done before at all.
Yeah. Well, I listened to an interview recently with Zach Penn, who wrote the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of behind the scenes to that. It was really interesting. It was really good.
Cool.
But anyways, so I love the fact that the Avengers in the Marvel Universe has all this different stuff. But anyways, prediction wise, so what I was saying is the snap, yes, it's a simple thing. And yes, it was taken directly from the comics. But what's cool about that is sometimes you can have this simple thing at the end and we could all focus on it. You say the Ark of the Covenant, the Ark, that's the thing, right? That's the thing that they're going for. And it's about the journey towards that thing that really makes it, right? So it's the journey towards, is he or isn't he going to get all the stones together and then just a simple snap, right? That's simple. But the complexity that leads up to it, that's the story. And that's what was interesting about that film. Infinity War had a lot of shit going. And there was a lot of almost, right? At one point, they almost got the thing off. Spider-Man almost ripped the fucking glove, the gauntlet, off his hand. And then Star-Lord lost his shit because he's a goddamn fallible human. He's like the only non-superhuman person here.
No, wasn't he? Didn't he get
They
exposed to
So Scarlet
Infinity Stone?
So that girl with the tentacles or whatever is on top of his head. They're on his planet, right? She's got her fucking hands, and she's got him in a mind meld kind of a situation, right? You got Iron Man over here. You have Spider-Man over here trying to pull the gauntlet off. He's all in a trance, and then Star-Lord is talking to him, and then he, in that conversation, says that he killed Zoe Saldana's character.
Yeah.
And he can't fucking believe it. He's like, where is she? And he's like saying, I basically killed her in a way, like the way they lead up to it. And Spider-Man almost has the thing off his hand.
And he's telling Star-Lord,
Star-Lord
like,
gets
no,
pissed off. He's like, I almost got it. Oh my God. He's like, leave it. And then Star-Lord gets so fucking pissed. He starts punching him, hitting him, and that knocks her off. The whole thing goes to kerflucklefuck, and the thing's almost off. Then it slips back on. He grabs it. He gets out of the trance, and then he fucks it up. Movie would have been over. We would have been good. They would have won.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have the sequel. It's going to make $3 billion.
Or the rest of the movie, because that was like halfway through the fucking movie. So
you knew that was going to happen, though. Like the first time you saw it,
it's storytelling.
it's that
dude.
suspension of disbelief. I get it. I get it.
It's
You're
solid.
like,
solid
I don't know what's going to
storytelling.
happen.
This
Yeah,
is
like,
what's
deep
interesting.
down, you
This
know.
is what's
But it's
interesting.
done well.
Yeah.
That your favorite film is Masters of the Universe.
I mean,
Which no.
I
Which
know
is,
my
Neil is
favorite.
like, it's not his favorite film.
It's
He
like
just has a connection
childhood.
to it.
there's a child's,
Yes.
but
He
yeah,
knows
you have
his
a lot of
flaws.
respect for it. Let's say it's.
Yeah.
He knows
I mean,
his
there's
flaws.
only one. There's not 40 of them. So I mean,
Wow.
they didn't milk it dry.
You would like 40.
to
of
the
them.
cow.
You
is
would love
dead.
40,
Frank Langella.
and you
all
saw
of
that
them.
they're releasing it in 2020.
I would love
right?
40 Masters Unit. I don't know.
All with
I don't
Frank
know if I
Langella.
would.
All with Frank Langella.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it was like a combination of shit. It was like, it was that 80s thing where they're on Earth.
The
which
music
made no
thing.
sense why they're on Earth, because none of the Masters Universe lore takes place on Earth.
Yeah.
I don't think the remake
It's
is gonna have
production.
anything to do with Earth.
Production money.
Yeah, save money. They're like,
Yeah.
let's just film in New Jersey. What the fuck? Like nobody will know the difference. We'll build one sound stage on Eternia, and then the rest is in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Like who gives a fuck? It's
great.
Or LA, wherever they
Yeah.
filmed it.
Yeah.
I have this idea that they filmed
the
in
only thing
Jersey,
Jersey
but it
was
doesn't
LA.
take place in Jersey.
Well, he
Yeah,
he
LA.
told us,
Wow.
the director. We had him on.
Yeah. Gary got
That
it.
was very interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so here's
What's your theory?
my
What's your
one theory that
prediction?
my one prediction that people are saying that I am 100% wrong is that I don't feel that Captain America. Everybody's talking about Captain America is going to die. Everybody talking about.
Well,
Captain
didn't he
Ameri-
say he wasn't
Well,
going to do any more
well,
films? Like him and
yeah,
Robert Downey
but that
Jr.?
doesn't mean he's
They were,
going to
like,
die.
done?
Yeah, that doesn't mean he's going to die. I feel that through the trailer and what's going on, that he's going to go back in time, see his loved one, and not want to come back forward in time, and he's going to stay back there.
With the chick.
Where
the chick who
exactly
died
where
in the
he
first
feels
movie?
he belongs.
Was it the first movie?
Yeah,
Exactly,
Agent
yeah.
Carter.
Yeah, where he feels he belongs.
That would be crazy though, because he spent all this time in
But he spent
all
all this time
these
away.
movies, like befriending all these people and
Yeah.
all the Avengers and making all these connections and.
But he spent all this time, literally, if you think about away from home, and he wants to go home. He wants to stay.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
So that's what I
There
feel
is
it's
a
going to happen.
time. There's a time.
There's a time element
Infinity
within,
Stone,
so
yeah.
that so
Yeah.
So that's and this whole thing with Ant-Man. But I got to give credit to my colleague Chris Vaughn. His theory sounds very logical to me in what's going to happen, and seems one of the most popular theories out there is that there's going to be a lot of time loop when it comes to this last film. Because when you see the trailer, what's his name says something to
Doctor Strange? Or
no the what's his name?
Thanos?
Thanos says something to the three people that are walking, which is Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man, basically telling them to give up. He says something in the statement that looks like they've tried to beat him again. So I feel that with that time loop, it's gonna be like this infinity time, like so many times they keep going back and losing, but they never stop. They never stop trying. And Thanos does not get that perspective.
Right.
Why doesn't this end? They just keep coming back. Because when you see that scene, them walking in, you see the legs walking in, you see him sitting down with
I
his
haven't
weapon.
seen this trailer. Is this the new trailer?
This is the new trailer, yeah.
Okay.
You see him sitting there like he just, to me, like he doesn't get why they won't stop trying. Because then you go back to Doctor Strange talking about he saw one chance.
The only way he could do this thing was to give him the Infinity Stone. Like
Yes.
he saw out of millions of combinations, right? He was able to go through and play through every scenario. There was only one scenario where they could win.
Yeah.
So they are trying, they are in that infinity loop until they find that scenario.
So yeah, because
But how?
if you watch Doctor Strange,
How are
have you
they
seen
going
Doctor
back
Strange?
in time if they don't have?
That's the whole
I
thing
didn't
with
see that.
Ant-
I
that's
like
where
Doctor
Ant-Man
Strange.
comes in.
I thought
So there's
that
the
was
quantum realm.
The quantum realm. That's where
Jesus,
Ant-Man comes
there's
in.
a lot of things. See, you could say what you want, but there is a lot of shit to juggle. It is not.
It is a lot. No.
It's not cheap. It's like literally a lot of fucking things. And there's been world building and dropped little hints throughout like several movies.
Yeah.
Like, to keep that all straight in your fucking head is like, that's insane.
It's
There's the
crazy.
quantum realm
So-
with Ant-Man. There's the ability to do the time loop thing, which Doctor Strange showed that he was able to do in the movie Doctor
Yeah.
Strange.
See how these are so far apart. Like I don't remember.
Do you remember
I watched
in
them like
Doctor
one
Strange?
time, and then I'm like, oh, that was entertaining,
Okay.
and then I purged
You
it
saw
from
Doctor
my
Strange.
mind.
You saw
and I
Doctor
don't
Strange,
hold
right?
on to it.
I remember you actually liked that one. Doctor Strange, you saw.
I was entertained
That was
by
a
it,
good
yeah.
one. So there's that end scene where he's with the big, I think it's Galactus or whatever, the big villain thing, and he keeps doing the loop.
Yeah.
The loop,
Yeah.
and everything
Yeah.
kind of comes back, and he keeps doing it. He keeps him in
Exactly.
an internal loop. He's like, we'll just keep doing this over and over.
Yes.
You know,
I
and
feel
that's
it's
how
going to
he
go back to
basically-
that.
Yeah, but he gave him the time Infinity Stone, right?
But
That's
now you
what
have
he gave him.
Ant-Man in the quantum realm.
Exactly. So what the fuck's that all about, right? And
And-
he didn't get snapped because he was in the quantum realm, we're guessing, or he just was spared because he's just one of the ones that's
So that
spared.
tells you that the quantum
Well,
realm.
I didn't see the second Ant-Man. Is that what you're guys talking about now?
Okay, so yes, in the
Spoil
end,
it because I don't
good.
care.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, right?
Yes.
Not my favorite movie. I really like the first one.
It didn't do as well
The
as
se-
the other one. The
I
first
don't know
one was
why.
great.
Second one, we just, for some reason, it just didn't click for me. But the first one I love. But the end, there's a tag at the end, a post-credit scene where he goes
Stolen from
into-
Masters Universe.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So by the way, Michelle Pfeiffer shows up Ant-Man and the Wasp. She's the original
Yeah.
Wasp. She's the mom. She was Michael Douglas's wife who got lost in the. If you remember the
Lost
first
in-
Ant-Man,
yeah.
remember he lost her when she was young, when they were
Yeah.
younger or whatever. When he was still Ant-Man, Michael Douglas was still Ant-Man. They would go
Went to the
down
quantum
and
realm?
she went into the she basically was lost in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So they end up getting her back out. It's this whole
okay.
thing. Yeah. So it's this cool whole scene. But at the end, there's this thing where Ant-Man goes into the quantum
Yep.
realm, I guess, towards the end, and everybody else is out there. And when he starts trying to contact them, they're all gone. It shows the real world again, and they're all gone.
Yeah.
Like dust. Like they got put in the fucking dust.
Yeah.
So they're gone, and he's stuck, basically. So we don't know how he gets out. We know he's in the trailer. He shows up at some point, but we don't know what the hell is going on, how he got out, what the quantum realm has to do with this, but we're pretty sure it's got something major to do. So quantum realm, time loops, these are two things.
And then you see
man.
you see the end of the trailer, the new trailer. You
this
see
is just
Captain
bad
America and all of them
writing.
with the quantum
it's not
suits.
bad writing.
No,
Are
no,
you,
no, no.
You don't know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Dude, everyone in
That's
Hollywood
the
knows
one
you
thing
never
I
mess
wouldn't-
with time travel.
No, that's the one thing that I wouldn't. That I would
he's not-
definitely
time
say.
travel
He
doesn't
solves-
defend Marvel.
And I said this from the beginning. The one thing that Marvel has that DC cannot get it together is the fact that their storytelling is on point.
They have good
It is on
continuity.
point.
That's literally it. Their continuity is
No,
good. They're
their
able
whole
to connect things and not be like,
What is a better way to tell a story to be able to interconnect so many different stories? I mean, there's so
Well-
many elements. You think about all the characters in their separate films.
yeah.
All those stories come into Avengers.
No,
They
I
all
don't
interconnect,
deny
but
that this is an
what-
achievement in like filmmaking.
It is
like
an
this has never
incredible
been done.
achievement in storytelling.
Like,
Incredible.
you would be stupid not to acknowledge
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
All these films and the fact that all of them connect and all of them
And, and others haven't
are
been able to
shared-
do it.
And and everyone's trying to do it.
Yeah.
They some of the universes that are trying to be made are hilarious.
Right.
But I don't know, man. I mean, when you get into time travel, it's like an easy out because with
Yeah,
time
it's the same thing
travel,
they say about dreams.
anything
Yeah.
can happen. You can create any stakes you want, and then with the snap of a finger, you can undo it.
Yeah, it's the whole thing that and dreams. In
that's
comics
why I like-
is the whole thing when they killed Superman. Like every other superhero started dying.
You just go
At the
back
point-
in
it's
time.
it's interesting. But
Dude, Masters
how-
Universe, they went back in time.
Yeah, but how they're doing it, how they're dealing with it, is phenomenal. They're doing it right, and that's why I like it. That's what I like about it. And so, when it comes to how they're, if they're in this infinity loop where it's a time loop,
Yeah.
it's gonna be. I think they done it so well that it's gonna be.
Oh yeah, I think that they've proven that they can make a solid
yeah.
film. I'm sure 3 hours long. This is going to end at least the last. How long has it been? 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 10 years last year, so it was 11 years really.
Yeah.
2008 was the first Iron Man movie.
All right, so yeah, this will end that.
Yeah.
And what's the guy's name? Who's who's been responsible
Kevin
for keeping all
Feige.
these Kevin Feige? Like
Yeah.
this will end his thing. And then didn't he say he has 5 more years of shit he wants to?
Yeah, he's,
do?
or yeah, at least he's got several more years. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was like 5 or 6. Yeah, he's maybe more. But yeah,
This
he
is-
has or 18 more films
Yeah.
that he's figured out.
He said in an interview I read where basically this film is going to focus on the original Avengers from like the first film, and that's why in the new trailer you see like mainly the original guys,
Yeah.
the guys who are like the first and not like the new additions that they've added.
And
on
you see that-
Spider-Man, Black Panther, and all that.
You see them with the. This is sorry, I was totally forgot to finish this. You see them in the trailer with all of them having the quantum suit, just
Yeah.
like Ant-Man,
Oh, that's right. That is they're walking through the thing that has that red and white suits.
the white.
Yeah,
and white,
those,
yeah.
are those what,
Those are quantum suits.
Michelle Pfeiffer
no.
is going to save the day. She's going to show him how to go
She's
back
gonna-
in time
she's-
in
she's
the quantum
gonna
realm.
Save the day with a whip.
with a whip,
Yeah.
and she's gonna be like meow.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. They're probably going to, go into quantum. And then I think what's probably going to happen is Robert Downey Jr. is going to die. Iron Man's dead. Captain America's dead. Because they haven't announced new films with those guys.
Right.
Yeah, but see, they can't. That's where
What
I
about
say
Thor?
That's enough.
Think Thor's
But
gonna
And
that's-
I think I read interviews where he's like done with the character. Like he's over it.
Who?
What's his name? He said like
Robert
until
Downey
they did
Jr.?
Chris,
Chris
no,
Hemsworth?
Chris
Chris
Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
For Thor,
He-
you mean. Yeah,
for
okay.
Thor, he said he wasn't until he did Ragnarok that he actually enjoyed playing the character again. Like the
was
last
a
two
great
films
film.
he did, he was
Yeah.
like, I didn't have fun. It was like a horrible experience for him.
Ragnarok.
He just got tired of the character. He was like, it just wasn't
Ragnarok was
interesting.
was a really refreshing.
It was.
Take.
It was. It was.
I was
it
surprised by that movie. Actually,
Yeah.
that was like a nice.
Some
take
people
on
will
it.
say that's like one of their favorite, of the Marvels movies, and that really took a new format.
It's a dark
new
movie
direction.
too. That's
It's dark, but it's
handled in a very light
Yeah.
way.
yeah, exactly. And Jeff Goldblum's in it. It's so weird. And they have that rock guy, which is Taika Waititi or whatever, the guy who did Hunt for
Yeah.
the Willow People and did Ragnarok, directed it. He's the South African rock guy. He's like, hey, so we're gonna get on the ship, bro.
He's from New Zealand, I think.
It's what.
Yeah,
it's
what
it's
did I
what.
South African. He's not South.
Oh yeah, he's not South African. No, he's New Zealand. I'm sorry.
It's what
but
Ragnarok was. What
Hunt for the Willow
Jupiter
People.
Ascending
Kiwi,
should have
Kiwi.
been.
Kiwi.
Yeah, that's what they're called, Kiwis. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what Jupiter Ascending should have been.
What we do
I
in the
actually
shadows.
like Jupiter Ascending. I don't know. I'm like one of the weird people that enjoyed that movie. I feel like it was miscast. Both the main roles were miscast, but I like the concept of the film. I wish.
I think some
Ryan
elements
Wayne-
in it was in, but I don't think. I think it would be poor writing. I'm sorry. I think it would be poor writing if, like, everybody's saying, "Oh, Captain America's gonna die, Iron Man's gonna die," this person, just because they're not coming back in the other film. That's what took me into like they got it. I think they're going to do something different. That's why I feel like if they're in the time movement, there's a time zone. Captain America is possibly going to have the opportunity because you see him. See the pic. He's holding what's those folding clock things?
Oh, a timepiece.
A timepiece.
Like the pocket watch.
The pocket watch with a picture of her.
Right.
So that made me go.
They did put that in
thing.
the trailer, which is
They did put it in the trailer. Made
I
me
haven't
think
seen
that.
the newest trailer. I feel like it's better.
You've seen the movie by now.
If
by the
I'm
way, so
gonna
it's okay.
watch it,
You've seen the movie by now.
Oh, all right.
But see, that's the thing.
No,
it
well,
makes
people
me feel,
know that we haven't seen it yet in the real world, but like by the time they hear this, I'm just
Yeah.
telling you, you'll have seen it.
Okay.
which makes me feel like he's gonna go
This
back
is
in time.
I'm already time looping now. I don't know what I should be saying.
That's what this is.
Why
this all feels so familiar.
Yeah.
We did it this way so we can match the film.
Yeah.
There you go.
If my theory is correct.
Yeah. So that okay.
All right,
That's
so you're gonna cut out all the stuff.
Wait, did
about
I
us?
say that
Not
or have
knowing
I
we
said
saw
that?
it?
no. What I'm saying is we've told people that they know that we haven't seen it. So
We need to take them into the
I'm just
quantum realm.
saying.
Oh, okay.
You're saying I haven't seen the trailer, and I said it's okay because you've seen the film now. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just-
Are you stuck in the quantum realm?
Dude,
I was just gonna say I'd rather
you
not
you get
know.
fucked up with time travel worse than anybody.
Yeah.
You can't think. Your brain
Some
can't
of it, you know
handle
what
it.
it is like it's just the thing I can handle. It's just like it's an easy out. It only works in Back to the Future. It's the only thing. And Masters Universe.
It's easy concept. Today's today, but tomorrow
Like-
will be today when today's over. It's easy. It's simple.
I know
When
it's funny
will
that I'm
then be
shitting on
now?
it, but
soon.
in,
How soon?
and literally
Now.
in Masters Universe, like there is no preemptive. There's no heads up that this thing can do time travel at all.
When did
and
it-
that whole fucking
right, the whole
movie.
end of the movie.
And then at the end of the movie, they send her back through the cosmic key opens a portal. She goes back, and then she arrives right before her parents are about to get on
Dude,
the
they
plane
come-
and crash.
they-
But there's like no setup for that, and you're like, I'm glad that they did it, but there's no
They
explanation.
Kung
for
Fury.
why
That whole
happened.
movie is Kung Fury. He's like, oh, if I could do this, I could hack time. Like,
Yeah,
it's like,
but there's even like a little setup before where like they see the photo of the parents and her parents
Yeah.
are dead, and so like they
Yeah.
know that her parents are dead, so they're like Gwildor knows he sees
Yes.
the photo, so you're like. He did that like nice little thing where he sends it back. Oh, I'll send you back. So
It's
you can
like-
see.
sure.
It's like
With
13
knowledge of the
Monkeys with
future.
Bruce Willis and
They borrowed that
Brad
concept
Pitt.
for Deadpool 2.
But doesn't it mean that they're going to show up again?
Exactly like
and
that
she's
film.
going to run into He-Man again? Except the parents are going to be alive in this timeline.
That's
See,
the
that's
thing.
where it
You
gets
can't,
fucked.
You can't think about time
Yeah.
travel. You just need to do the story and not
Try
say
to
bad-
understand who with John Connor. Try to figure it out.
Try to figure
Explain
out
it to
anything.
me.
No,
When you
How
do-
did John Connor?
you can't talk about time
come
travel.
alive?
You can't. No, you'll
How does
end
he
up in a
exist?
fucking shit bin. Like
How
you
does he
can't.
exist? Nobody can explain it.
Can't.
No, when it comes to time loop, you have to just think of the now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have
But
to
which
think
now?
about that. But
Which
does
now?
now have
The now
consequences? If you're
or-
time traveling,
Whichever now you
there's
choose, just stick with
consequences.
it. Whichever now you choose, stick with it.
Dude, they're gonna put us back to the
that's-
beginning of Iron Man,
Yeah.
the first movie. I'm telling you, and then it's all gonna start over again. The whole universe is gonna fucking start over again, and it's gonna take a different path. Now they're not gonna do it again with the same people, but I'm just saying, at the end of it, we're gonna get back to the beginning of Iron Man, where fucking Robert Downey Jr. is an arms fucking dealer, basically, and he's a drunkard and
He never
a
becomes
womanizer.
Iron Man.
And there's some shit gonna happen where
That would
the
be
whole
actually- I would be
universe
into
is
that.
gonna fucking flip. I'm telling
I'd be
you.
into that if somebody went back and they changed one thing at the beginning
Yeah.
so that the Avengers never existed and that
Yeah,
prevented Thanos.
Spider-Man will
from
be his
doing
like
whatever
they got
he
the new
does.
Spider-Man movie coming out, and we're gonna see in that movie that he's basically just Spider-Man. Like he's not a
He's not
connection with.
connected.
He doesn't have the fucking Tony Stark suit. I don't remember if they put that in the trailer at all, but
Yeah.
there's not gonna be an Iron Man connection between Spider-Man and Iron Man because in the comics there never was. So they
The
could just
irony
do
is
that.
that you're probably going to find out in this movie that the creation of the Avengers is the reason that the snap happened.
Exactly.
And that
Oh,
you have to
snap.
And
uncreate
that's the only
Avengers
scenario
to-
that would ever work. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good one. Yeah, is
That's
that
a
none of
great
this should have
theory.
Yeah.
none of the last 10 years should have ever happened. If they didn't ever happen, then we never would have gotten the snap. So what do you do? You undo the last 10 or 11 years of the universe that they spent billions
That's why
and
it's
billions of
gonna be
dollars of
sad.
creating.
Yeah.
But I like that. I like that.
I mean,
that
it's sad
that
for
kind of
fans. I do like that concept too. That would be
Undo what
interesting.
you
That
did.
would be
That's incredible.
different from what I expected.
This is why I want to see
happen.
Endgame, because
Yeah.
Endgame, they're putting all their eggs in this basket. They are not trying to, they're trying to elevate every part of it because they know they have a lot of responsibility on their shoulders to make it significant and not just do another Marvel movie. They know they have 11 years worth of films and billions of dollars behind it to go, let's do something special. And that's why I want to see it. I want to see what they're going to do.
You think fans are gonna like revolt and go nuts, like internet trolls?
There's
are just gonna
always
freak
What do they
something
do?
do.
I think there's
I don't
always
know.
going to be those.
I haven't heard anything bad, even though there's been spoilers, which I've avoided.
Oh,
nobody
did
said
they do
anything.
a screening or something?
Somehow there was some sort
We've
of
already
leak.
seen it.
No, there was some sort of leak, but there's no negative shit that's come out yet. Now, obviously, by the time this podcast drops,
Well,
people
I
are
don't
going to know
know,
what
did
the
they do the
movie,
world premiere or
everything about it.
something?
No, people haven't really seen it yet. Not from when we're doing this podcast, but there was some sort of leak that I don't remember what it was. But the Russo brothers who did this did the last couple movies and did this one, they released an open letter basically
Saying, "Don't
begging
spoil
fans not to spoil it. Yes, they're like just.
That's just asking trolls to spoil it.
No, because there was already shit that they did this in response to shit that had already gone down. They're like people,
Oh, there's spoilers out there already?
That's what I'm saying. There was some sort of leak thing that
Now
happened.
I need
I
to stay
avoided
away-
any of it. I don't want to even read any
Dude.
little thing that tells me
Now I
anything.
need to stay
Don't
away
type
from
Marvel.
memes.
Just don't type Marvel.
Don't search any
Why, you
memes.
need to see it?
Dude, last or 2 years ago, when the final season of Game of Thrones was happening,
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a spoiler for people who haven't
second
seen
of the
season
last-
7.
Yeah.
But there's one of the Khaleesi loses a dragon. I don't know. Is that a spoiler? You've seen it. You guys know.
Some people haven't, but they should.
Whatever. It
It's
was
on
2 years
them,
ago.
Yeah.
And it's if you watch it in this season, you already
It's
know.
a White Walker dragon.
So I saw this before that episode aired, like the day before. I saw a meme, and it was I sent it to you. It was like the Die Hard. It was one of the dudes from Die Hard with the sweatshirt, and it says "Ho ho ho! Now I have a dragon." And I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" And then it like hit me, and I was
And
like,
you knew before you saw
"Oh
it.
fuck!" Yeah. And then when I was watching the episode, I knew because of a stupid meme
I
that
hate
somebody
that.
released.
Isn't that annoying?
God damn it.
It actually
Because
infuriates
the episode's
me.
like I guess leaked or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I
That's
think
the
the
whole
last
thing.
episode did leak. If I remember
No, a
correctly.
lot. No, it wasn't just
That
the episode.
season.
It's their scripts and everything. Like the drive that they had their stuff on was leaked.
yeah.
So a lot of the
It's like an
script, a lot of
HBO
the
thing.
it was an HBO leak.
Yeah, some people just want to watch
Yeah,
the
it was
world
crazy.
burn. Like it really is. Like I know it's stupid, but like
In a
like,
way, it's great PR, man. It's
But
like
it's
the
just
fanaticism
upsetting.
to like that kind of
It
content.
is. Leaks are actually a marketing ploy at this point, but there's also a point where, like, when you leak in major plot resolutions and details, is a lot of people getting upset. You know what I mean? To see that, and like you could say that, but like there's this thing that they love, and they put a lot of care into it, and it means something to them. It's a means of escape, and then you're just doing this shitty thing. It's sort of like, I get it that you don't care. You're like, ha ha, troll, like whatever. And I'm like, they give a shit. Like some people are now upset. They're like, I wanted to experience that in a certain way, and I
it's
can't
just a
now.
movie.
See, that's the fucking
just a
mentality. I
fucking
hate that. I
movie.
fucking hate that.
see, that's the thing,
no,
though.
First
No.
off, it's a show. But
Hold
no.
on.
No, okay, let's talk about it.
This is like we're about to have like
Yeah.
an animal versus man.
Go ahead.
What's more valuable here?
Go ahead.
Conversation.
Go ahead.
Dude, I love movies. I wouldn't be on a movie podcast for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I fucking love movies.
Yeah.
But I don't take movies above,
What?
other serious affairs.
Yes, you do.
No, I
You're
don't.
full of shit, dude.
No, I don't.
You don't take anything seriously. We've talked
That's
about
true. I
this.
don't
You
take
don't
a lot of
take
things
nothing
seriously.
seriously.
But like
But
deep
you're not
down,
serious about anything. You're not even
deep
serious
down,
about
I'm not
movies.
going to choose a movie over like
Humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. No, and I agree with that. What I'm
Human
trying to
life,
say, and this is my
know.
point, is you can make something unimportant, but if it's important to somebody, right? And there's lots of people that don't want. You don't like
first
spoilers.
world problem, man. It's a first world problem.
So that makes it unimportant.
Spoilers.
That makes it unimportant.
Diego, back me up.
That makes it unimportant.
No, it doesn't make it unimportant.
That's that
but I'm like,
bullshit. You could
what
use
are
that.
these-
This is that Black Lives Matter, all lives matter fucking argument. You're full of shit. Doesn't mean one's
All lives
unimportant.
matter, yeah.
Yeah, but doesn't mean Black lives doesn't matter. But you say it as a retort to what I'm saying, which makes mine less. What I'm trying to say is, if somebody does that, they're trying to upset people, and people
Yeah.
look to something for escape.
They're trolls.
for recreation, and just like why do that to them? Like I'm not gonna go and try to just
Yeah, but-
something that you care about and that I don't give a shit. I'm like, that's fucking stupid.
Why are you
My-
looking at me?
No, I'm example. I'm trying to
My-
include you in this conversation.
Y'all trying
my
to include me,
attitude
y'all
is
just let-
my viewpoint on it is that you can't stop it. There are people out there that are going to we'll watch this
True.
movie like at midnight before it comes out and a midnight release, and then they're going to immediately go on Twitter and immediately go on
Yes.
social
Totally.
media and just tell everybody what happened and not give a fuck.
Right.
An
example.
And I'm not saying be a weak
My point
pussy
is
about it.
like I
and
understand that it's upsetting and it sucks because if you're invested 10
That
years
was my only
invested
point.
in this thing,
It's my own point.
but at the same time, it's like I've already come to the conclusion, and I'm like, either I stay away from that stuff so I don't get exposed to it,
Yep.
or I just expect that it's going to happen.
And
I'm gonna
that's
run
my,
into
that's my
something,
only
you know?
point. I'm not saying you could change it or anything else. I'm just saying fuck those people is all I was saying.
Oh, okay.
And then you're
Yeah,
arguing
I
with
agree.
me. That's all
Oh, I didn't understand.
I want to.
I thought you were sitting there. I'm like, I don't.
I literally have right here a timeline of 5 minutes of you guys fucking arguing the hell out of
I thought-
something,
and
and,
then how
at
did
the
it
end,
end? Yeah.
you said, "Oh, I agree."
No, that is
What
not
the
what you were
fuck?
saying. Because what I got,
was listening.
what
Was
I
that what I
got,
was saying?
what I got initially was that you were trying to say like, like these people that get upset are like, that's like a valid upset.
It is a valid upset. It's valid, but I'm not saying that
You're
they
In
coming-
the
do it.
scale of
All right.
upsetting things.
Just to
like-
go back to no,
But you're looking at scales of upsetting things. There's things that might
I'm
upset
just
you.
trying to, like,
if I
put it
took your
in a-
cigarettes
Oh
away
my-
from you and you couldn't smoke,
Hi,
you would
guys.
be crying like a little bitch.
No,
I'm
I
like,
wouldn't.
What are you guys
you
listening
wouldn't.
to?
Cry.
Are you guys listening
No,
to
I've
I'm
seen you
not-
cry over
No,
Lost
don't
It's
say
going
cry.
to be the other voice.
No,
and,
I haven't.
talking in the
I'm
background.
fucking with you. I'm
just made that
trying
up.
to chip you away
Here's
on the
thing,
inside.
I'm stuck in this room with this, and it's kind of sad.
This is how that's how
crazy.
I feel when you two go at it.
I don't know what's going on.
See, this
right
is
now.
me right
But
now.
let me
This
just
is
make
me
this one
normally.
point. Let me-
Diego's become
this
me.
All right, let's do the
point.
30 seconds.
This
Ready?
one
30
point.
seconds.
Yes.
Go.
Cigarettes are important to you because you want cancer. So there's certain
is the
things that you
cigarette
like. Your
analogy?
potato chips and cigarettes. They're your vice. Coffee. Three
Yeah,
things
coffee.
I don't really
Now,
do.
Coffee,
right?
I might murder
Good.
somebody.
Okay, coffee.
over.
Good.
Coffee
good.
is more important
I don't
to
drink
me
coffee.
than human life.
I don't drink
Just so you
coffee.
guys know.
I don't
You
drink
just
coffee.
like unvalidated your whole argument dude, by
Exactly.
saying that. Nick
Don't you-
won.
don't
Nick
you
just
feel the
won.
same way? It's coffee.
That's something
dude.
that's important to you. Marvel's not important to you in that way, so you don't give a shit. So it's a non-empathetic viewpoint. You're not putting
That's
yourself
very
in somebody
true.
else's shoes. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Coffee, take coffee away
that's
from you.
very
You're
true.
gonna be
Let's also
upset.
be real, like-
I don't give a shit about coffee, so I can be
Neil,
like, I
you
don't give a
know-
shit about your coffee, but that doesn't make it any
There's
less
a
Neil,
couple
you.
different things
you
happening
know,
here.
You know that I do not like to stand on Nick's side, but he's very correct right now.
No, I agree. I
You're-
agree
you're,
with what
you're being unempathetic
You're being.
towards
I
Marvel,
am.
which
I am.
you are.
I'm
you
trying.
are.
I'm trying to think of something that would really bother me. Like, and what it comes down to is that Avengers and all these Marvel movies are
really
based
simple.
on previous content that exists, and they loosely or very closely follow existing material that anyone could read and anyone can look up and spoil if they want. Assuming the Russo brothers are following.
They're not. They're
This
creating their own
thing.
thing. That's why
It's
people don't
simply
know.
But
said
there's-
like this.
I'm
It's
sure
simply
there's
said like
elements in
this.
there where you can
You
spoil
go-
things.
let's
just
say
if
like
you
this.
know the comic book,
You
right?
go. You wake up this morning and you go buy your cup of coffee, right?
Yeah.
And it's right there. You pay for it, your cup of coffee. Somebody just comes and takes it.
And then every time you buy a cup of coffee, somebody else takes
Somebody
it.
comes and takes it.
And you cannot have coffee. And then I'm
would
sitting
be
there going,
upsetting.
like,
Because
dude, just don't
somebody
drink
else
coffee.
is
Who gives a
coming and
shit? It's
taking
just
your
fucking
coffee. That's literally it.
Like, why are you? And then you literally start getting a headache, and you're upset now, and you're like, I fucking need this as part of my routine.
It's the
just taking
same
Advil.
concept.
But what if somebody starts taking your Advil? You fucking
It's
drug
the same
addict?
concept. He's trying to get this fucker.
I
It's the same
see what
thing.
you're saying.
You get it.
I see what
It's
you're saying,
It's
but
something that's not important to you.
he's
so you
in
don't-
this
so it's not
momentum
that
right
big a
now.
deal.
I'm trying to think of
No,
something
Neil-
like
Neil's
where it's
in
like
this
an
momentum.
original piece
No.
of content
Yeah.
that no one can reference. Like Lord
Neil-
of the Rings, if somebody spoiled Lord of the Rings, I wouldn't mean anything to me because I already know how the fucking thing ends. Like,
Nick,
Terminator,
here's
the new
the
Terminator
thing.
movie, maybe? I don't know.
Nick, here's
I
the
don't-
thing.
Yeah, it would have to be something like that. Like
Neil
a
is in the
alien movie or
momentum
something,
right
yeah.
now of like he's said so much on his like perspective that he does not want to be wrong at all.
Yeah.
So it's not going
That's
to
true.
end.
Yeah. Glass.
That's true.
Glass. If you had knew exactly what happened in Glass before you
That
saw
would
it,
have bothered me.
because you enjoyed your experience watching Glass in theaters, and if
Yeah.
you had known what was going to happen, it would have taken that down. It would have taken the wind out of your sails. on
Glass
this
is
excitement.
original. I don't know. Avengers, I don't think
It
any
is
of the Marvel stuff
No,
is original.
it borrows from.
It doesn't matter what it
50
is.
years of
It's just
comic
somebody
books.
stole something
50
that you
years
love.
of so many comic books and condensing that into a 2 to 3 hour movie. It's not original. Like they literally are making new things. Taking some things from the comic. You know what? You need to be.
Did you get your
classy
checks
with
from
something
Disney
slick.
this week?
I don't know why you get
Did
this.
you guys
this is a
get
whole-
your? Did you guys get your payments?
I'm not
from,
arguing on the Marvel.
you know?
I'm arguing on your perspective.
Huh?
Like it's just take Marvel
I
out,
don't know,
put coffee in.
What did
it's
you guys
the same
think
thing.
was going to happen? Come on, I got to play devil's
You need
advocate.
time loop. You need to time loop this shit because you fucked up.
I
You need
love
to-
that Diego's on my side. I'm loving
You
it.
need time.
We've
loop
already had
shit.
this conversation.
Look, it's
I'm
just
a
a
Tobey
fact-
Maguire Spider-Man guy. Like that's where Marvel ended. For
You're
me.
Agent Smith right now.
It's
Neil.
Spider-Man
just
2
the
is like
fact
it's
that
like
somebody
the end.
stole
Spider-Man 2
something
was
that you
the end
love.
of like my interest in.
Right.
If
or my,
somebody
like,
stole something that you
high
love,
interest.
Dark Knight.
you
actually.
hate it. If somebody stole something that you
superhero
love,
movies?
you would hate it.
Not really. Batman Begins actually I thought was okay.
Yeah,
Dark
we
Knight
should.
you liked a lot. What are you talking
I
about?
like Dark Knight.
That's what I'm saying. Dark Knight.
And, yeah.
Yeah, that was
Dark
like the
Knight
last
Rises.
one I could see you going. That was Deadpool. Talking about Deadpool 2 and like those are.
I don't know. The last one that actually hit me where I was invested, like you guys are invested in Avengers. Like if you guys go to Avengers and like, you know, you're invested, so you're like, you
Well,
give
he's
a shit
not. He's
about.
not. I am. Yeah.
No, you're invested.
No, you know he's not a Marvel guy. He's on my side because I'm making very
But
valid
you like
arguments. And you're
Infinity
sad
War.
I
I'm
just
saying.
feel like I'm stuck in a fucking infinity loop, and I'm trying to find a fucking way out right now. That's how I feel.
But you
That's
like
what
it.
I'm
It's not
invested
a
in.
time stone, it's
I'm
an
invested
infinity stone,
in that
right?
You
one
liked
thing
Infinity
to get
War,
me out of
though,
this
right?
fucking argument.
You liked him.
I liked
You like
Infinity
Marvel,
War.
yeah. He likes
Yeah,
it.
he
He
likes
likes
them.
no,
But
I'm-
he's more on your side usually about Marvel.
In
no, he's
Marvel-
more invested than I am.
No. In Marvel, I'm invested.
Do you
in
own any
that-
Marvel movies?
No. I'm invested in the fact that doesn't mean anything.
Oh, you don't? What the fuck? You don't even own these movies? Get
doesn't
the fuck
mean
out of here.
anything.
This guy didn't even pay money.
I'm invested
own
in the
this
quality
shit.
that they're bringing into cinema. I'm invested in
Yeah.
that. They're bringing high-end content to cinema, and I'm loving that part of it. Yes, previously on the Get to the podcast, I talked about how the theaters are overwhelmed with this hero shit. And that wasn't a Marvel thing. It was Marvel, DC.
Overall
It was just
superhero.
overall, there's just too much superhero shit, and it's just over. And I was tired of it.
I'm so
So,
tired of it.
And it was just, and I'm really fucking upset at DC that they just are fucking up so many fucking films that of heroes that I grew up with in my childhood. That's my whole perspective of it.
Yeah.
All in all, it's just the whole thing. If somebody steals something that you love, you're gonna be upset. That literally is what it is. And when these people are coming out there and telling you the ending of a film that you're so invested into watching, or you just are ready to watch it, doesn't matter if it's a continuous film or just one film that you're ready to go see, it affects you. It's like it's wrong. You just hate it.
I agree.
And that's the type
I
of
agree.
society that's
It's
in
a
there.
shitty
And
thing.
it's a fucking shitty
I
shit.
agree that
This
it's a
is why
shitty
I
thing
said-
to do, but no,
This
let me
is-
be right. I at the same time, it's a fucking movie. So I'm like, you're gonna live.
You're coming
past
from
it.
the you're
You're gonna move on. You're gonna
I
like
have-
have
He's coming
kids.
into
You're
the
gonna buy a
perspective
house, you're
of
gonna
save
get a
the
car.
world or watch a movie. That's we.
I'm not. I'm just saying. Like, I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you. I just at the same time also recognize that as much as it sucks, you're not going to die if somebody spoils
You won't,
it.
but you
So
know that
when
I
for
have
the
a
internet,
higher
but like
view
when the
of
media,
movies.
you know how the media and the internet, they like fucking ride every tiny little baby little upset that everybody experienced.
Yeah.
The
Oh, yeah,
millennials
yeah.
or
Outrage
whatever.
is
They're
annoying,
like,
yeah.
like they're gonna ride this.
Oh,
They're
I
gonna be
hate-
like, there's gonna be stories like man commits suicide because somebody spoiled Endgame. Like these are the kind of crazy things that, and to that I'm like, come on, you're feeding into this frenzy of like, or. Man murders somebody who spoils Endgame
Well,
for
that's-
him.
but
or
that's
something.
a
You know what I mean? Like
personal-
that kind of crazy shit can happen because of this frenzy, this like obsessive. Oh my God, it's
This
the
is a
greatest
whole
movie
other
in the history of
podcast.
humanity. And
This
I'm
is a
like,
whole other
slow
podcast.
your roll, bro.
But here's the thing: how do you
It's just
control
a
that?
fucking movie.
How do you control if you
don't.
come up with a film?
But you can do
can't.
things to like
You
know
can't.
to
You
quell that
cannot.
kind of frenzy.
You can't. You cannot. In today's society, you cannot.
No, but they have a
You
responsibility.
can't.
I think.
What
I
is
think
the
media
what
has-
is what are
don't-
they doing wrong though? But what are
Right.
they doing wrong?
It's above my pay grade.
It's
What are they doing wrong?
The one thing they're doing wrong is this like they're creating more of an importance on that than actual
How are
things
they
that affect
creating
people in
They're
their
creating
lives.
the content. How are they creating something wrong? They're not creating anything wrong. They're not doing anything
I think it's
wrong.
like
They're
now we're getting to
emphasizing-
geopolitics, but like the
No, I'm trying
emphasis-
to understand your perspective on they're doing something wrong.
I think
They're
the
not.
emphasis on entertainment, not by the studio. I'm talking about like the people that are responsible for giving us, the news and telling us the
But we can't
truth
control
about
that.
world events and
But
things
that's
like
not-
that.
that's not like-
focusing on a media event as though it's equal to.
But that's
like,
not controlled media.
Kim
That's an
Jong
uncontrolled
Un
media.
saying he's going to build nuclear reactors or something like that.
But that's
But
also
that's controlled
the
media
level of
against
importance is like
uncontrolled
the
media.
same, and it's not the same. They're
But-
two different fucking.
But that's what I'm
things.
saying is that's something that
just
we
us
cannot
projecting.
control.
That's what I'm-
That's a perspective that
I'm
we
saying
cannot
that,
control.
but the media can.
The media, no, controlled media is creating interest.
Yeah.
The
That's
thing
their
is,
job.
are we projecting by saying they're being put on the same
The
level? Or are
reaction
you looking
from
at them
that-
and saying they're the same level?
We're not projecting.
The reaction.
They are being put on the same
How do
level.
you know that? They're news that are reporting.
It all it's about how
because
like,
because
it's
they
about-
don't fucking stop reporting on political shit and Kim
Yeah.
Jong Un. Like that is shit is
That
rampant,
can
but
kill,
you have
like, somebody.
entertainment tags probably on your Google
Yeah.
News, so you're seeing a lot of.
No,
Yes, you do.
No,
Yes, you do.
dude. It's like the whole Facebook scandal. It's the same thing. It's like
Dude,
they,
I think everybody's insane. I don't.
imagine
I don't
if-
trust
if-
anybody.
The tags that I have.
Charlize Theron. She said this.
What?
Social media is the devil.
Oh, Lady
No,
Gaga said
what's
it
his name
says.
say? The Disney guy. He
Oh
said it's
yeah,
like
and
if
Bob
Hitler was
Iger had a
alive.
really good. He's like
The
Hitler
Hitler.
would have loved social media, and I don't think he's
Yeah.
wrong. He was saying like it magnifies your insecurities and it plays on your fears.
Oh, yeah,
and it's
it
like,
does.
It is fucking evil.
And
And I
that's
think it's intrinsically
that's the
evil.
uncontrolled media.
And it's weird to say
we
that because you
can't.
say it's freedom of speech, but I'm like, it's unbridled manipulation. And
It's freedom of speech. Like that's the illusion.
It's
Is that it's
Skynet.
freedom of speech, which you essentially have are things like the controlled freedom of speech. People are like, oh, it's people expressing themselves. Yet you have these influencers that can force a specific idea on the masses where they don't know that idea is being forced on them.
Yeah, he said
You know what I'm
he
saying?
said something like, you get this idea that like this one small opinion is a world opinion by this falsity of social media. Like you think this small thing that a minority of people hold to be true is widespread, and you're like, I guess everybody thinks that way.
There's
and
companies.
It isn't true.
There's companies right now that
It's totally derailed.
No, this totally
derailed
derailed.
this entire.
There's companies right now that would take, and I'll bring it back in.
That's the
I'll
end
do a
game.
halfway point, and then
That's the
this
end
is, yeah, this is the
game.
end game. I'll do a halfway point. There are companies right now who has racks of cell phones, and they're paying people to click like.
Or
Like
Silicon
So-
Valley, all those people. In
Or
Yeah.
Ready Player One. You know,
Yeah.
the organization that has like hundreds of
Exactly.
employees that
That-
are trying to
that's-
like win the game or whatever. Yeah.
That is so true. There is like you can go and you can pay a company to go like and create a trending perspective.
Yeah.
It's It's totally crazy. But this is where I go back. There's control media. There's uncontrolled media. We can't deal with the uncontrolled media because that's all like individuality, and we
Right.
can't deal with that.
But you guys see what I'm saying,
When something no.
You don't see
No,
that?
I
I see what you're saying. Which
I
point?
understand your
Which
perspective
point?
to the
I
point.
can't go back. I'm too exhausted. I burned up all my coffee reserves.
All right, let's time loop this
I
back.
can't dive.
Let's time loop it back.
So, anyways, that's the toxicity
I was
social
doing the
media.
sound effects.
Oh yeah, well,
you gotta wait till the sound effects end.
no, I talk all the sound effects. Go
No,
ahead.
you don't talk through
Go
the
ahead.
portal.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Do it.
He just you just took me to a different one.
How about this? I'm ready, coach. Put me in. Give me a chance. Let's do that.
All right, so
I actually think it's going to be a really entertaining film. I think it's going to be solid. I think the track record that these guys have, I don't think it's going to be a dud. I think people are going to universally enjoy it.
he said, "I don't think it's gonna be a dud."
I don't know, man. Dude, there have been a lot of films where, all they do is take one misstep. The whole film could be almost perfect. Take one misstep.
Hard, man.
You know
And like
exactly.
the
goddamn
fans
work.
will turn on you. That's the problem
yeah.
with the frenzy. It's like
Yep.
that fucking frenzy is like they're teetering on like
spill one drop
They're
of
gonna
blood.
love you or they're
Yeah.
gonna kill you
I hate
because
the
of their
fact that
love for
these
you.
fans that are so in love with the series, they feel like they have a better storyline to tell. It's like, dude, you should have told it. Obviously, your opportunity's over now, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Well,
They
that's the
should have
problem,
done
yeah.
this.
Everybody has an
You should have
opinion.
done the movie,
Yeah.
and you didn't. So they did it. So deal with it.
So now the movie's come out, and it's probably a hit. I mean, it's definitely a financial hit. It probably made more money than almost anything opening weekend.
Last one did
It's
$2 billion.
yeah, at the end. By
Something
the
like
end,
that?
it made a lot. $1.5 billion to $2 billion. somewhere
I think it was
between that.
1.87 or something.
It was
like that.
insane.
It
But
didn't
that
beat
was
Titan-
over
it
time.
didn't
But
beat
opening
Avatar, but
weekend,
it's like
Right.
third highest
I know,
grossing
it's
film or
crazy.
something.
Yeah.
But like opening weekend is probably going to be astronomical. Most likely already is. And the film's now out. We know the plots. We know the critical response to the fan response to it. My prediction is it's going to be favorable, positive. You know what I mean? A lot of creative work has gone into this film, and I don't see them screwing the pooch. You know what I mean? I mean, it's being held to
no.
a high standard, but I think it's going to meet expectations. I think people are going to really enjoy it.
Here's
had
where
to do
I'm excited about Marvel is that they created a ton content. Oh my gosh, my vocabulary just shut off. They created a content that literally brought so many people together in love with one thing.
yeah.
Yeah, unified.
I want to see Marvel Studios start making like non-superhero films.
That would be many, many years because what would be the point? Because they're Marvel. In
They
the
did.
title alone
I know.
is like that's
Well,
what they
they're
do.
basically Disney now, but
By other names, yeah,
I mean,
that's
yeah,
what I was gonna
Disney's
say. I was gonna say
doing
by
movies.
other
Marvel is
name
one
they
of their
did.
divisions. It's a superhero division.
They did Star Wars. By other names, they did Star Wars.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's not technically. Hey, did you guys know that Lucas? What's his name? George Lucas was at the first episode, helping direct the first episode of Game of Thrones. That's pretty cool.
I did
What?
see that. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was this news story where
What? This
George
was-
Lucas,
Yeah.
Season 8.
Season 8, yeah.
he was there.
Yeah,
like
he was up-
apparently
he
his
was on
friends
scene.
or whatever came
Yeah.
to the set and like shot one of the episodes or helped.
Yeah,
it,
helped
like,
shot
Wait,
one
he
of
he
the
was like
episodes.
He was
assistant
there,
director
like,
or
co-directing
something.
him? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they was just like, dude, they're like, this is the last season. We're never gonna do this again. Let's invite all our buddies. Mac was in an
Awesome.
episode with the Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Both of them were in the first episode.
He
The
joked
guy
around
from-
with
one
John.
of the guys from Silicon Valley and Mac. From It's
What,
Always
Tom
Sunny.
Middleditch?
I think it was Tom Middleditch.
Really?
I think.
Yeah, Rob McElhenney played a guy who got the thing in his eye. Like,
Yeah.
stabbed in the eye.
I didn't catch
it at all until
Yeah.
he shared it on Instagram.
People asked them for
I can't wait
advice.
for all the cameos.
He
It's
talked to
gonna-
Jon Snow and Khaleesi. Like,
Yeah.
that's like freaking awesome. He like gave him advice. It was pretty cool. Actually, they have. I think they have it on HBO.
I don't
Yeah.
know. That's a universe I'm invested in.
Game of Thrones?
I give a shit about that universe, oddly enough. Like, I don't know how, like, put its hooks in me.
Interesting.
But that universe, like, I'm more, like when I watched we watched the last, or whatever, the first
Yeah.
episode of the new season, like, there were moments in that episode I got chills. I've never had chills from any of these Marvel
Interesting.
movies. I don't get chills. Shit doesn't happen to me.
But dude, it's
I don't
just
have a reaction.
Dude,
I'm just like,
Really? It's just a TV show.
You know where
dude.
you would get
Game of
reactions?
Thrones
I
was
know
very-
it's a fucking TV show about fucking dragons and like
Dude.
middle ages
Dude,
bullshit.
it's
But
not. It's a first world chills, man. First world chills.
You didn't even catch on to that. I was like,
But
you know, what
see,
he's
you're
doing?
not. You're probably not.
Listen,
You probably
all
watch
shows
Game
matter,
of Thrones.
okay? All shows matter.
See, you probably watch Game of Thrones and you're just like, oh, it's whatever. Like I watch it as
No,
a social thing,
here's
but
what
I
it-
don't give a shit.
Okay,
but like
so no, this is a perfect example. because
Marvel movies, you give a shit.
last two seasons
That's
of Game of Thrones
investment.
are the only seasons I've seen. I haven't seen the earlier seasons.
Yeah, so
people
you're not
fucking
that-
shit on me. Right.
I'm surprised.
I think no. Here's the thing. I think Game of Thrones is fucking amazing. I really do enjoy it and I like it. It's just when I finally was like, I should watch the show. It was 5 seasons in, and I know people don't understand when I say this, but like that is a lot of dedicated time.
How do you think I feel about these Marvel movies? I watched like more than half, and I don't even want
I
to go
feel
back
like people.
and
I
finish
feel
the
like
ones I
people
didn't
who
see.
do it are already in a situation in life where they're like comfortable. For me, I'm always trying to do shit. I'm either working, raising my daughter, spending time with my
Excuses,
wife. Hold on, spending
excuses.
time with
If
my
it
wife.
was a
trying to
priority,
watch.
This is the man that
Make it
has
happen.
watched
Can I
every
make-
film in the theater.
No, this,
I know.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Every movie that's
no,
ever
that's
come
part
out.
of it. Let me say, I've got my daughter, I've got my wife, I've got my work, I've got my screenwriting, I've got my movies. I'm still trying to get through a fucking huge list of classic films that I've never seen from like the last 100 years. Watching
Dude,
movies
it's
newly in
prioritized.
theaters. I'm still watching TV shows.
But
where the
You're
fuck
not
am I-
invested. That's
He's-
what I'm
he's-
saying. Like,
I'm not invested in what? I'm invested in all the things
watched
I've
through
named.
Game of Thrones twice. Like
named all these things I'm
seasons.
invested in.
I've watched through all seasons.
He's
twice.
right this time.
It's an
He's just
investment.
talking about priority.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
He's like,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm
no.
talking about being
It's not a
invested.
priority.
not
Game of Thrones is not a
When
priority.
I agree.
people hear me talk shit about these Marvel movies, it's because I don't feel that investment. And then last time I did was Spider-Man
This
2.
episode-
That explains it.
This
I've
episode
been able to verbalize
was half
my,
Marvel
you know, how I
universe,
feel.
half
I'm just not invested.
about you being right and then you being right.
Right.
Yeah.
Th-
But we both won.
Thank you guys for coming.
We're both winners. Tiago, you're a winner too.
You both were winners.
High five.
I win for not even having a side because I just come up in the middle.
This guy's like Mac in that episode where he's like on this side. He's like, oh, I'm playing a double agent. He goes, you don't tell me that.
I'm Black
Shoving-
Widow, bitch.
Whoever's
We have a-
winning,
we
that's
should
the
have
side
a
of
board.
mine.
You know what we're gonna do next time we have versus? We'll have a board, and then we'll
Points.
have like Nick, and then Neil, and then
Diego in the
we'll be
middle.
able to move
Move
your
them,
shit
sit.
throughout the conversation.
Yeah,
back and
like
forth.
try the
Who's
zero
controlling
defense.
versus fake,
Zero,
yeah.
zero defense.
That's
No,
hilarious.
it's like that line from Richard Pryor. He goes, I'm in whatever fight's going on. I'm in that fight. That's my fight. Like that's like you know what I mean. He's like, whatever side's winning. That's mine. Like, that's the one you're in.
Hilarious. All right. Well, you both were right.
Okay, good. Well, I think we went over some
good.
theories here. People will know that we're kind of under pressure here because they're going to listen to this episode. I mean, we covered some theories, and obviously we had our normal tangents and rants and arguments that somehow, like about social media
Led
and
into
geopolitical issues and Kim
The
Jong
importance
Un
of
was mentioned at least
entertainment
twice.
versus real world
Led
issues.
into first
right.
world views.
First world problems.
All shows matter.
I got spoiled. Blah, 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 blah,
All
blah.
shows matter.
My Prada
I'm gonna
ran
get
out.
back in my Ferrari and drive back to my $4 million house and cry myself to sleep. Oh, spoilers.
Oh man,
there we
I want to say shit. I want to say shit, but you know what? I'm done with you right now.
This guy.
Go back to your
I
fucking
just-
tinfoil
you know
hat
what it
and your
is?
cardboard boxes.
I love trolling because you guys aren't, or you're so invested.
Oh.
Maybe not Diego.
You love trolling.
because you know I get
You
impassioned.
guys troll me, so
We-
let's not pretend that Neil has a control.
Tweet this guy.
This is the only thing I control you guys on. So
Diego, drop the bomb on this guy.
Kadoosh.
All right, but
You should
anyways,
get invested in the Star Trek.
but Avengers
that's the only bomb
Endgame
that I
I
got
need to
dropped
watch
on.
that.
This is fucking phenomenal.
and
Anywho.
Avengers Endgame, it's out. A lot of you've seen it. At least I've seen it. Maybe Neil's seen it. Diego probably hasn't seen it just yet, but I feel like you're going to end up seeing it in theaters.
No, I will.
Yeah.
I'll go see it in theaters because my wife would want
Yeah,
to see it in theaters.
Robert Downey Jr. said
I'll see
Robert Downey Jr. just said the last 8 minutes of this film are the greatest sequence, the greatest few minutes of the entire Marvel universe up to this point. So I think that's really interesting and makes me want to say, what the fuck is going on at the end of this movie? Yeah, so I'm sure I loved it, and I'm sure it's made a lot of money, and it's universally loved. That's my prediction. Vague
Are we
overall
doing
prediction.
predictions now?
No, we've already done predictions.
Can I do like a negative prediction?
Yeah,
Go,
sure.
go, just go.
It's gonna be shit.
No, at this point you're like, it was shit.
We need to do Let's see it, and then I wanna discuss.
I'm gonna say, here's my
'Cause
prediction.
I could have a totally
Here's-
180. It would be
here's my
funny if you
prediction.
thought it was shit and then I loved it.
That
And
would
that
be-
would be
that would be
amazing.
hilarious.
That
That
would
would
be
be
Ultimate plot twist.
Yeah.
My prediction is
That's the
going to be
Shyamalan version of it.
it's going to be a good ending to a new beginning.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
good. Yeah, because that's exactly right.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us here at Get to the Podcast. That's Get to the Podcast with the number 2. My name is Diego D'Souza.
I'm Nick Gambino.
And I'm Neil Carson.
And
I'm just going to put something in
long
the
is
microwave
that?
so I'll get something to eat.
Can I get the snap? Can I get the snap?
That's
Snap.
a cheap snap.
He's
You-
gonna unsnap. How do you unsnap?
I don't know. Where am I?
You go whoop.
It's just
whoop.
whoop.
It
Whoop.
doesn't make a
dee-dee.
sound. Whoop-dee. Toasty.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.